Welcome to Eldridge, Iowa, here at Lancer Stadium, where the Assumption Knights will be taking on the North Scott Lancers to kick off the 2017 football season. I'm Corey Schrader with Kevin Welch. This is QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV bringing you this game this evening. And Kevin, first game of the season, everybody, the excitement's high. Everybody's confident in what they can do, and both teams have a history of fielding good football programs, and we expect a very good game tonight.
Corey, it definitely is. Couldn't ask for a better night. Beautiful weather, great fan support by both schools. I don't think you can park within a 2-mile radius, maybe 5-mile radius of this game right now, but you're correct. Both teams come in last year. North Scott was 5-5, finished second in the district, and lost to Assumption 35-21 at Brady Street. And Assumption themselves were third overall with a 7-2 record, and lost to Xavier in the first round 52-20. So both schools are looking to get back into it. Start the season off fresh and see what happens.
Well, yeah, if you look at North Scott, they had that 5-5 record last year, and this year they return a lot of their starters. A lot of juniors, so they're young but experienced. With Assumption, they have experience as well, especially on their key positions at wide receiver, quarterback, running back. So, both teams can provide exciting football tonight, as North Scott does come on the field right now. Look, I expect a very good game.
No, totally agree. I think both schools bring a very tough-minded approach. You got Wade King, who's the head coach of Assumption, who's been around for many years. You got Kevin Tippett, who's been here 5 or 6 years. So you got two coaches that know this league really well. The district kind of, and it's been a great opening night. Both teams are looking to get themselves, again, back into it, but also know that this is a starting point. You don't win a championship week 1, but it gets you getting going for week 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Well, yeah, with the starting point, like you say, the biggest thing you got to look out for is mistakes. It's the first game of the season. You've got to get those mistakes taken care of, and it's going to come down to really in this game. I feel whoever makes the less mistakes. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have a ton of penalties, and that's how it's going to shake out, in my opinion, today.
No, I think that's a good point too. You're right. You got both teams feature a lot of juniors, but juniors that maybe haven't had so much playing time either. So you're right. Who is mistake free? Who's able to overcome maybe the jitters early on too when they get ready for the fourth quarter? So it's early on stuff, and we'll see what happens.
Well, Assumption did win the coin toss, and they deferred to the Lancers, so they'll be kicking off here in just about a minute here. So both teams are now on the field.
I'm going to give a quick rundown, too. Craig Corey's also on tonight. We have Assumption versus North Scott, which we're at. We have Valley at Bendorf. We have Cedar Rapids Jefferson at PV. And Dubuque Hempstead is at North at Brady Street Stadium. So it's a pretty full slate. And also to add another school, Central won their game last night to open up their season. So, and we're underway here.
Here we go. The kickoff starting at the 15-yard line. And he takes it upfield all the way to the 45, just past the 47 to the 48-yard line. So good start for the Lancers here. It's 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line.
And back in the center, I believe, for the Lancers would be number 1. The number 10 has got the junior, Niall McLaughlin. And we'll see what happens now.
So the offense for the Lancers comes out on the field. Jared Roos is the running back for the Lancers. Ball snapped a little low. Nowhere to go for McLaughlin as, again, the first mistakes.
That was great penetration right there by Assumption as well.
Yeah, you get a low snap like that. We talked about earlier about the mistakes in the first snap of the game. That ball is snapped low. McLaughlin had no choice but to grab it and take it for himself. So here we go, a 2nd down and long situation. McLaughlin fakes a handoff, takes it himself, runs to the left just past midfield, to the 47-yard line of the Assumption Knights. We're just underway here at Lancer Field, first quarter. Just under a minute played, 3rd down and 3 to go.
Tough one right here now. Beginning the game with first quarter. Oh, we got a flag on the play.
Penalties. Looks they're going to call it against Assumption. Encroachment, so that will give the Lancers a automatic first down and put them at the 42-yard line. Between the 42 and 41. McLaughlin fakes the handoff, runs left. He's got an opening, turns the corner, and brought down just shy of the Assumption 30-yard line. And looks like he might be just a little bit short, about a yard short of the first down. Second down. Pass by McLaughlin is low and read right there. Good job by the Assumption Knights to get on that and make the tackle.
Can't see him made that play, but he did a heck of a job. Read that coverage beautifully. I think it was number 2 or 3. I think that's Levi.
I believe so. That might have been Levi or, oh no, actually it looks like number 11 there made that play for the Knights. So
yeah, either way,
Adam Mativier.
Great job reading that ball.
So McLaughlin hands the ball off this time. Again, to the left is Jared Roos. Nowhere to go. Good defense by the Knights. So that brings up 4th down.
Antonio Santillo fell the hole right there, the senior linebacker. Okay, Assumption D-line is making a good penetration right now.
So 4th down and 3.
Be a good call here right now for Tippett.
McLaughlin hands the ball off to Roos and nowhere to go. The Assumption Knight defense shuts them down. They don't get a first down. It will be Assumption ball, 1st and 10.
That was a great job by Seth Adrian, the sophomore linebacker, who actually I think got some starts last year as a freshman. Did a great job throwing.
And that's part of the rosters here for both teams. I mean, you're getting young experience and quality experience. So that's what makes this game exciting. I mean, first game of the season right now. So,
well, great opening kick out by North Scott, and a great job by Assumption to hold them on the way down the field.
So at quarterback for the first play, long pass all the way down into North Scott territory.
I think that was Schlichting at quarterback.
Schlichting at quarterback, yes.
And he threw to the other quarterback, J.C. Levi. That was a heck of a throw right there. It was one quarterback to the other quarterback.
God, look at that versatility right there. I mean, my goodness. Right off the bat, and that's the play you want. I mean, that's opposite of the Lancers' first play when low snap lost some yardage. So Levi back at quarterback. He takes it, turns the corner on the right. He's headed down and brought down in the 10-yard line of the Lancers in good position to put up some points. But another good run. I mean, Levi, 2 big plays right off the bat, catching and running.
And the junior Sandknapp, the outside linebacker for North Scott, made that tackle, number 26.
So here we are.
Back-to-back first downs now.
First quarter, just coming up on 9 minutes. 1st and 10. Ball is placed on the 11, so they do still have an opportunity to get a first down before the end zone. Snap to Levi. He takes it to the left and brought down. Got about a yard, 2 yards on that play.
Nice job by North Scott defense in the line right there.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 8 or 9. Yeah, it looks like he got about a yard on that play.
I think that was by the Peterson kid. His dad was a heck of a nose guard himself for Iowa State. Was a 4-year starter out of Davenport West. Peterson's dad himself, Troy Peterson.
Old Iowa State. You know, that's kind of a bad word sometimes.
Well, his dad was about 6'5", about 300 pounds.
Well, I wouldn't say that to him. So Levi with a shovel pass. He had nowhere to go. Looked like he wanted to run for it, but kind of a weak shovel pass over to number 24.
I think defending 2 on that play was Peterson again.
Yeah, Thrapp just came up short on him, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, both defenses again here give them a little bit of yardage to begin with, like opening kickoff for North Scott, but both have not broke here yet, which is great early on football.
You're watching Assumption Night Football here at QCSportsInferno.com ZTV. Levi drops back, takes it himself right up the middle. Had a little bit of hole, but good job by the North Scott defense to collapse that. Got about a 5-yard gain on that one.
That's Sam Knapp again. That's the 2nd tackle on this drive.
So both defenses settling down a little bit.
Looks like Assumption's going to be going for the field goal.
Number 17, is that Nate McMullen?
I got Nate McMullen, yep, the senior.
Kick is up, kick is through. The Assumption Knights score first. 7:33 left to go in the first quarter. Assumption Knights 3, North Scott Lancers nothing. We'll be back here at QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV. Welcome back to Lancer Stadium. Assumption Knights have a 3-0 lead. I'm Corey Schrader with Kevin Welch. QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV is bringing you all the Assumption Knight action this year. First game of the season. Little nerves, couple mistakes here and there, but hey, got a score. Couple big plays by Levi, got him down close in the red zone, and got a field goal out of it.
And I'll say this too, I think both offenses moved the ball okay, but I think both defenses rose to the occasion. They're playing pretty good. It's nice to see good hitting right now. Who sticks up front.
Exactly. McMullen's kick goes down to the 15-yard line, but the running back for the Lancers, Russ, is brought out about at the 30, and there are flags on the field, so looks like a little late hit out of bounds. It should tack on another 15 yards on that run.
That's a tough play too. I mean, I'm sure it might have been, but when you get that close to the sidelines and that guy's about a foot out, I think it was, I don't know who it was number-wise, but you got about 2 or 3 guys chasing from all the way inside of the field. It's tough to stop in that like on a dime.
Well, and Russ he's pretty quick. In his first kickoff return, he almost took it up to midfield. So, when you got to go in there aggressive. And you're right. I mean, when you're close to that sideline, those are one of those iffy plays. And unfortunately, it was a penalty that went against Assumption, but puts the Lancers on the their own 42-yard line, first down and 10, their second possession of the game.
But you make a good play, though, too, to piggyback you for a second, Corey. Last time they got that play, and they got the kickoff right along that same exact sideline, so you can't fault Assumption for what they did. A nice job by them.
Exactly. And the pass there is to number 23, Jackson Schoening.
And I got the tackle by J.C. Levi again.
So that's just short of a first down. Nope, they're going to give it to him, so that's going to be a 1st and 10 in Assumption territory.
Looks like they got trips right here, too, and they go with no huddle, too, Corey. Right to the line of scrimmage, no huddle.
Here we go. McLaughlin looking over the defense. Fakes the handoff. Pass wide open around the 28-yard line. Caught by number 13, Carson Rollinger.
And the tackle again will be J.C. Levi. That's his third. I have down for at least 3 solo tackles.
Well, J.C. Levi is doing... he's all over the place.
He's the one I think I caught that bomb from Schlichting in the beginning of the game with, caught the bomb, and now he's making tackles on defense.
And McLaughlin right there tried to take it himself up the middle, had nowhere to go.
And that's by by Donovan Juarez, who was, I think, in a paper featured one of the top defensive linemen coming back this year.
The Knights getting some good pressure up the middle there. So McLaughlin Doesn't have a lot of room, but this time it's going to be a handoff off the right side. That is to Jared Russ, their senior running back.
I got a host of Knights in that tackle right there.
So 6-10 here in the first quarter. Knights 3, Lancers nothing.
Another botch snap right there.
And McLaughlin scrambling off to his left, just nowhere to go. Again, mistakes, little mistakes like that.
Great job by the linebacking crew by Davenport Assumption. I think Ryan Wohlers led the charge in that play. Wohlers and Juarez both were part of that state championship team that came back and were.
Well, how about that summer the Knights had? They're crazy.
And I was talking to one of the coaches, Brian Boucherbeck, who had said those kids that came back when they got done with the championship that Monday, they're ready to come to camp.
Right.
It just shows the the love of the game. I mean, that's a lot of testament too for the coaching staff to get them ready and get those kids out here to play again too.
Well, yeah, of course, and look right there, another good defensive stop there by the Knights. Pass was incomplete, short behind the receiver. McLaughlin had nowhere to go.
We have a score just in 2 PV right now over Cedar Rapids Jefferson early on, 7-0. And tell you, North Scott was moving that ball a little bit too through the air, but again, Assumption defense, when you get close to that line, they're saying they're not giving up this end zone right now.
They're buckling down.
Yeah.
Hey, the 85 Bears or the 2006 Bears were successful for that, right? Bend don't break.
Brian Urlacher, right?
Yeah, that's my guy. As long as he wasn't from Pitt. So Levi takes the snap. This time he hands the ball off. That's the most quiet play we've seen Levi have today.
It's always nice when you have a guy in your backfield, not when you just can quarterback and play D-back and just do so many versatile things for you.
Well, yeah, that was, Wohlers right there?
I think it was Ryan Wohlers also, again, part of that baseball team. But Ryan Wohlers is a captain this year, too. 2-year starter for him, linebacker. I think last year played a little bit more wide receiver. I think he had quite a few touchdowns through the air as a receiver. But, yeah, he's a heck of an athlete.
So it is the Assumption Knights 3-0 over the Lancers. Another handoff and nowhere to go this time. Wohlers stuffed in the backfield. Might have lost a couple on that play.
I'd say, again, that's that Peterson kid got Wohlers in the backfield.
Well, here's the thing. And, it looked like they were trying to do a little option there, but good job by the Lancers defense to blow it up.
Yep.
Had nowhere to go. I mean, you take away both options, what you got,
Exactly. Nope, you're right.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8, ball on their own 21-yard line. Levi takes the snap, throws it, and wide open, nice pass is Wohlers.
Were we just talking about
We were. I mean,
right on cue, right?
I tell you what, this guy, this is his series right now, so that's a first down for the Knights.
It was McLaughlin for North Scott. It was J.C. Levi for Assumption. Now again,
Yep.
Now we're going to go back to Wohlers.
Wohlers, yeah.
The update score to his PV was Max Slavens had a 59-yard strike from Grant Sexton. So the PV's up 7-0.
I can't hear you, which is the way I like it. First down and 10 for the Knights. Levi rolls. Little pass across the line of scrimmage there. That was Logan Clemmy. Good yardage right there. That's about a 7-yard gain to bring up a 2nd down and 3. 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Assumption Knights 3, North Scott Lancers nothing. This is QCSportsinferno.com and ZTV with Kevin Welch. I'm Corey Schrader. This is the 2nd series for the Knights.
And the last time I had number 78, but I can't see him on the roster here right now for.
Well, Wohlers found a way to get a first down. That was about a 3.5-yard gain. So another first down for the Knights brings it up to their own 49-yard line.
That last tackle again was by number 78, Brady Ernst. And again, Wohlers, is that what, the 3rd or 4th call we've been at him this?
Yeah, I mean, this is his series. This shows, I tell you what, this shows that, the Knights have some options. I mean, the first play of the game, with Brandon Schlichting to Levi. I mean, who would have thought that? I thought,
Tell you what, great scripted by Coach King and his staff to get that thing down because that was a heck of a throw, and they caught up everyone off by surprise.
I was not figuring that one.
I was either going to see Levi in a run or Wohlers up the middle, I guess. And Great job.
Yeah, well, they just did a measurement. It looked like he might have gotten the first down, but he's a couple inches short, so that's going to bring up a third down here and short.
Already got one of our number 1 or number 2 series of the plays of the game to decide, keep the ball, go for it, hopefully get the first down to worry about that fourth down play.
Yeah, I mean, with the Knights having consistent play on their offense and doing a good job on their defense, shutting the Lancers down on fourth down, Lancers haven't decided to punt, but this time Levi takes it. There are flags on the field, but it looks like he might have got that first down if the flags don't go against him.
I thought I saw someone move for Assumption, but that was an awful slight move. I didn't see a big movement, though. If they call, someone did move, I'm pretty sure, in the backfield early, yes, unfortunately. I think.
So, yeah, it was a false start on Assumption, so they'll bring that ball back 5 yards. So, be about 3rd and 5 there.
I'm going to go on a limb right now, too.
Wohlers?
That's what I'm saying, Wohlers, yes. Or maybe go back to Schlichting to Levi.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And I figure we're probably going to see Peterson or Ernst on one of the tackles. Or maybe or Sandkamp.
Yeah, we're calling the same names.
So, right next. Tell you what, great action the first night, though. First quarter already.
Hey, I like it.
Score. Yeah, beautiful.
I'm glad football's back.
Tell you what, see a red on both sides. Red and black for Assumption, and you got the
great
red
crowd.
Yeah, both sides, awesome.
I mean, I had to park in Walcott, so it's amazing I got here. Levi with the pass, and incomplete. So that brings up 4th down and 5. Pass was a little bit low, short, and that was intended for Logan Clemmy.
We got another score again here. It seems PV's up 14-0. The same repeat as Slavens to Sexton, a 38-yard touchdown strike. So PV up early on in the season, 14-0.
Well, that's another school that's going to bring a solid team. They're another one of those that always fields a good team.
Well, again, 2 Rusty months ago was a heck of an all-state linebacker at a PV, and he was an All-American out of Augustana College, Division III over in Rock Island. So great coach over there.
Beautiful punt. That brings it all the way down to the 8-yard line. Nice punt. Who was that? I did not see a number on that one, but that was a great punt right there. West Des Moines Valley, they're up over Bettendorf 7-0.
Whoa.
But that was our first punt right there, and we got to see a good one.
It's always, I think one thing we always forget about, too, is even though coaches always remember it, is the special teams. Opening kickoff for North Scott brought them down. We were able to throw one pass. And now, again, we had a great pump by Assumption, so we'll see if North Scott can move this ball. But overall, special teams have been a great job so far.
Oh, yeah, the handoff to Russ up the middle. Looks like he will be just a little bit shy of the first down. You mentioned special teams. Last night I was at the Central Burlington game, and this number 11, I forget his name, for Central, seemed like he was on every tackle, and they were solo tackles. I don't know how they didn't stop him. McLaughlin decides to keep it himself, gets just enough for a first down. It's 2:03 left to go here in the first quarter. Knights 3, Lancers nothing.
In that tackle, leading was Adrian, the sophomore, linebacker number 32, also I believe the fullback on offense.
Yeah, I mean, special teams play a huge factor. I mean, the field position, is huge. In close games, almost intercepted by the Assumption Knights. Bad pass by McLaughlin. That was Anthony Valinas.
Anthony Valinas, who is Citrus right now, is playing softball at UNI. So Valinas read that well. That was a nice pass by McLaughlin, just in the wrong hands.
Yep.
And just dropped, unfortunately.
It was right there. It wasn't a very good pass, but you see that pass a lot. I mean, you see a lot of that, and it's all about reading the defense. Got some flags here on 2nd down and 10. See where it goes.
Ooh.
They are calling it against the Knights. So that's going to bring them up 5 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Going back to Valinas, read that last play. His sister played in the state championship softball team that only lost 1 game all year. So it's been quite a good summer for
you got the girls and the boys winning state titles. I mean, Assumption's track team. I mean, it's a heck of a run there, and you know, football is looking pretty good right now. I mean, playing a tough opponent, first game of the season. So this will bring up a third down and about 2 or 3 for the Lancers. McLaughlin going to pass, finds his moving receiver open. Looks like he's got a first down. That was number 21 there, Joey Ragona.
And then number 3, Levi, runs him out of bounds. Wanted to mention, too, it was kind of a sad part of the summer for North Scott softball as they lost a long-time, awesome softball coach, Denny Johnson, who I knew very well, a good friend of mine, and his passing was very sad and unfortunate, but North Scott softball, just want to mention that, too, was prayers brought to his family and the North Scott softball community and North Scott community themselves.
Well, you know, North Scott is Eldridge community. It's a great, wonderful community up here. They get behind their teams, and yeah, it was a sad loss for the Lancers.
I wanted to say thank you, too, to Jason Shorter, the AD at North Scott, who's done a great job putting up little signs for us, gave us some water in the press box, and just gave us a lot of space.
I tell you what, he's done a classy job up here. We've got plenty of room. He's accommodated everything here, and we love bringing football. And McLaughlin, he takes it. He's busted for a first down, about the 45, 46-yard line. So last couple plays here.
But the McLaughlin show for North Scott right now.
Yeah, he's finding some lanes. He's pretty good when he has a lane. I mean, if he can hit that hole and stay away from the inside.
I think open field, he's very elusive, yes.
This time it is a handoff to Russ.
Trip up by Juarez right there.
And that will be just shy of midfield. We're coming up towards the end of the first quarter, about 15 seconds left. The Assumption Knights 3, the Lancers nothing. Lancers driving as another handoff to Russ up the middle. Nice hit by the Knights, but got a first down.
That was Wohlers and I believe John Bassier on that tackle, both seniors. Free safety, John Bassier, and the linebacker, Wohlers.
Well, this drive started on their own 8-yard line. Now they're in Assumption territory on the 38.
This might be the last play. No play at all.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. With Kevin Welch, I'm Corey Schrader. This is QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV. We'll be right back to bring the second quarter here in a moment. And welcome back to Lancer Stadium, where the Assumption Knights have a 3-0 lead over the Lancers. North Scott is driving their, started at the 8-yard line. A wonderful punt for Assumption, but McLaughlin and Russ leading the charge here. So first down and 10. Handoff to Russ to the outside, all the way down to about the 30-yard line, so a couple yards short of the first down. So another good run by the Lancers.
I got Peyton O'Neill in the tackle for the Knights right there, led by a couple other ones as well.
This is a good confidence booster for the Lancers. I mean, you start on the 8-yard line, you're just pounding away. This time another run by Russ up the middle for the first down to about the 26-yard line. So another 1st and 10.
And I agree with that sentiment too, because Assumption did a great job of covering all the angles. I mean, McLaughlin did a couple of jobs elusive, but after that, stopped them. And then this is the first drive they've actually substantiated right now.
Well, let's see if this becomes a bend and don't break defense here. 26-yard line. It's 1st and 10, 11-19 in the second quarter, just beginning the second quarter. Another handoff to Russ. He takes it up the middle for about a yard or two.
You got Juarez and O'Neal on the stop on there. Great read by Juarez. Came across the line as a DN. He's stayed home, was able to keep it inside, pinch it inside, because North Scott, you don't want them getting outside right now.
Exactly.
Did a great job.
Well, no mistakes. I mean, we haven't seen any really bad snaps on this drive for North Scott. Both teams are playing pretty clean here on this possession. Just a matter of stopping them at this point. McLaughlin, he drops back looking to throw, and he had Russ wide open, just led him about 2 yards, overthrew him to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah. Just a tad bit overreach, yep. He's got a nice little arm, got a nice little spiral in that ball too.
He does. I'm kind of impressed. I like his arm.
It's almost like his arm against Levi's legs.
Right.
It's a good combination. That's what this game is going to be. Right now 3-0 heading, early second quarter is a heck of a way to start the season off.
Russ in motion.
Here they
McLaughlin, he drops back, he throws, got a man wide open over the middle. That was number 9, Andre Lundvall. He just couldn't hang on. I think he started to look before he caught.
Well, right behind him was number 32, the sophomore Adrian. It was barreling down on him, and you're right. He might take the eye. Could have heard the steam coming in, and whatever the case is, did not catch the ball. No.
Hey, you know what? This brings up 4th down. This will be the 3rd time the Lancers have gone for it on 4th down. We haven't really seen much of their kicking game at all. So again, if the Knights stop them here, it'd be just similar as the last couple drives.
And again, a great job by the defense, the defensive coaches for the Knights, and a great job by offense too by North Scott. It was a heck of a series, no matter what happens here. And
well, this time the throw over to number 9, Lundvall. Looks like the same play. He got himself a 1st down and about a couple yards short of the goal line. So that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 2. McLaughlin, hands off to
nice.
Russ, and nowhere to go on that. Right there, that looked like Seth Adrian, I believe, the first one through.
Kid from Bluegrass, Iowa, Walcott, Iowa, right there. Great read, fill the hole nice right there. Kid, tell you what, kid's only a sophomore. I think he got some varsity playing time last year for these Knights. Heck of a read by him.
So that loss of yard there, so makes it 2nd and goal, this time from the 3-yard line. McLaughlin decides to take it himself, dives in for a Lancer touchdown. McLaughlin takes it up the middle. We've seen him do it several times this drive, and he hit pay dirt.
A very methodical drive by Kevin Tippett and his staff with McLaughlin. Mixed in some throws and runs.
So right now with 9:44 to go in the second quarter, or until halftime, 6-3. Lancers penning the extra point here. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. That puts the Lancers up 7-3 here early in the second quarter. It'll be Assumption football. We'll see what they can do to answer. We'll be right back with Kevin Welch. I'm Corey Schrader, QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV.
And welcome back to Lancer Stadium, where the Lancers did just score on a 3-yard run by their quarterback, Niall McLaughlin. And now they're ready to kick off, and let's see if the Assumption Knights can answer here. They were the first to score, made it 3-0. And the Lancers put together a pretty good drive as they started on their own 8-yard line. And they just pounded the football down there. Couple decent passes right there. Kind of impressed with McLaughlin's arm there. Went for it on 4th down, got it. And here we are.
Yeah, but I think that kind of changed the complexion there. I think Wohlers going to receive it, but that 4th down play was key play, yes.
Wohlers got an opening, and he is going to be down at the 42-yard line. So far so good right there. Needed that.
Wohlers did a great job running that ball back. I mean, he found a little bit of a seam, but he took a couple of guys on and got about 5 or 6 more yards. That kid's a tough kid.
He is. That puts the Knights in good position on their own 42-yard line.
So I'm going to see when North Scott can do on defense now. They can hold them.
Levi takes the snap, throw right away, a little bit high. That looked like that was intended for Nick Gatilla.
Nick Gatilla, another baseball guy right there too. Yes, it was. Gatilla's a pitcher for the baseball team as well, playing the outside. I think in the coverage for North Scott was number 11, Cade Sandap. Caught his name quite a few times on defense for the Lancers.
So here we go. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Assumption hurries up, low snap, and there's a mistake right there. They're going to lose a couple yards there. That will drop them back about the 38-yard line.
That was tough. I think they had North Scott off balance right there too with that play. Unfortunately, didn't work for them, but you know what? Maybe they'll come back to that play later on.
Yeah, I mean it's just a hurry-up play. They get in the huddle, they come back, rush to the line, wait their second that they need to wait, and then go for it. And, unfortunately, it was a bad snap.
Yep, the timing was there. The timing looked like it was there for a second until the snap.
So it'll be 3rd down and 13. Levi rolls to his right, throws, had Wohlers about the 45-yard line. Good job by the Lancers for the stop. That was their running back, I believe, Jared Russ.
And that was Wohlers again, and making that catch. And tell you what, didn't go down though. I think.
Well, hey, out there, 4th down, got a punt.
Trying to get that extra yardage. Nice job.
Sigworth coming in for the Knights.
And the
first punt was a great punt. Pinned him down at the 8.
Had some good hang time in that punt too.
Snap high.
Another good one.
Another little good punt there. Bounces their way all the way down. The Knights are going to check for it. Looks like down and around the 4-yard line.
That's back-to-back great punts.
Special teams.
There you go again.
Special teams. So at this point, you got to stop the Lancers. Here's the thing. They pounded the football that last drive. This is the one where you really have to stop them. You didn't come up with anything on the offensive side of the football. You're about midway through the 2nd quarter. This is a key drive for both teams.
Sure. I think it says a lot too. You're right. It's a key drive for North Scott to move that ball, and it's going to be key for Assumption to keep him pinned down here to get that ball back.
Exactly.
In good field position. Play the field position.
And we haven't seen North Scott punt yet, so who knows how their kicker's going to do if they get into a situation where they have to.
Correct.
So McLaughlin, he takes it, runs it up the middle, finds a little bit of an opening, gets about 5-6 yards on that 1st and 10.
I got Wohlers, and I believe Adrian and Wohlers in that tackling.
So bring about 2nd down and 4. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. 7-3 Lancers. Low snap to McLaughlin. Low throw on a slant route to bring up a 3rd down and long.
This could be one of the plays that changed the complexions of the first half right now here. Big play as Mike Ackerman had just made sentiment to there, Corey, which I agree with Mike.
Well, that's, sometimes difficult to do. if you got to agree with Mike, you're in trouble. So this time the ball is handoff to the running back, Russ. He's got an opening first down and more all the way down to about the 26-27 yard line. So that moves the chains. So that's going to bring up a first down and 10. Again, the score is 7-3 Lancers here in Eldridge, Iowa at Lancer Stadium. QCSportsinferno.com and ZTV. McLaughlin fakes the handoff, going for a pass. Down the middle, again, he had a guy, catchable ball right there. I believe that was number 23 for the Lancers. That's Jackson Shonu.
You know, it's just enough. He's throwing the ball just falling up, but he's just out of the reach. It's almost like he sees the D-backs, which is doing a good job by assumption, but just they're open, but not for a long period of time.
Maybe rushing your throw just a little bit.
Once you give a little bit of credit to the D-line for putting a little bit of
Exactly.
pressure. You know, the D-line for assumption doing a good job, doing a little bit of a push there.
So the snap, McLaughlin
Great job.
hands it off to Russ, but Assumption reads that well. Doing a good job up the middle there. So that's going to bring up a third down and 10. So,
I would say,
as Mike would say, this would be another key play, right? He has so many keys. I think before we leave today, Eldridge will give him the key to the city, right?
well, Jason, if you listen to us, Schroeder, please don't give him the key. You do not want to have Mike Ackerman have the key to the city.
No. You probably lose the key.
Give it to Corey Schrader before you give it to Mike Ackerman. Well, you know, as we take a little time here for a second, I just want to, you know, did a good job. That was last couple of plays of this series by Ryan Thrapp and by Juarez, both reading up the middle. I mean, they're having a tough time right now getting that ball through the middle. McLaughlin is right now.
Well, yeah, they had one good Russ for North Scott. The running back had that one good run on Mike's first key play of the game. You know, the second one here on 3rd and 10, you know, we'll see what he can do. And we do notice that McLaughlin, we like his arm. I mean, he seems like he's got a good arm there, but rushing his throws a little bit.
I think, you know, and I'll give him now a lot of credit. He's got a great tight spiral. I mean, if you're a college scout, you look at the spiral is great, but I think there's just enough of a push by the Assumption line. Now, it's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, you're getting enough of a push where you feel like, you know, you get a little guy close to you.
Well, yeah, you're right. You got to give a lot of credit to the Assumption defense to make him rush that throw a little bit. And, you know, the guys are there, but so here we go. A key play, 3rd down and 10. So now we've got flags. Looks like this might go against North Scott. False start, 5 yards.
I think their flanker out here was definitely in motion, I think.
Yeah, moved a little bit there. I mean, it was obvious.
I'm going to call Mike Ackerman, and I knew that play was coming.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Mike's right on that.
Mike is a production guy. He's done a great job. This is my first year doing this with Corey and Mike, so I'm just honored to be here with both these great guys.
It's great to have you here, even though you like that pit gold and is that gold? I don't know. Nice job by Assumption again, right up the middle.
And we're gonna go down to Juarez, number 51. He's been there all day doing that.
So look at that, 4th down.
And that's if we get
good field position. We'll see what he can do. Is that?
Yeah. Let's go back to that punt too.
Who is? McLaughlin is the punter.
Wow. Yeah, but him and Levi, you got some pretty good
I
athletes.
tell you
teams.
what.
Both these teams have some great athletes.
Good snap, kick, a little bit high there. Ball taken on the 42-yard line. Across midfield into Lancer territory, about the 45. That was John Bassier or Basher?
Basher, I think. But I'm going to tell you, it was a great block on the edge out here by number 11, Adam Mativier, who did a nice job of stealing it up to let him get around for an extra 5-6 yards. Nice job. It's always nice when you have your guys blocking for you in that punt. You know, that wasn't a bad punt there. And you got, I say, about 12, 14 yards?
Yeah, I mean, now you're in North Scott territory. You're down 7-3. That's what you want. I mean,
you're going downhill.
Yeah, you did a good job on defense. You know, they got that one first down, and they're in pretty good shape right here.
Real quick, too, while we have a break, end of the first quarter, Pleasant Valley 21, Cedar Rapids Jefferson 0. Slavens with 2 TD passes and Sexton with 2 TD catches.
Hey, Levi takes it, gets about 2 yards on the outside there, about 2 or 3, so that'll bring up a second down and 7. So Pleasant Valley, what? 21 to
21 nothing.
21 nothing. I tell you.
Seems like it's the Slavens, the Sexton show here right now.
So second down and 7 to go with 6:10 until halftime. This is QCSportsinferno.com ZTV with Kevin Welch. I'm Corey Schrader.
Another update too. We have Valley 13, Bettendorf 6, late first quarter.
Levi takes it for another 3-4 yards there.
Hey, what that would be a heck of a stat to look up. When's the last time Bettendorf lost an opening season game?
They lost to Valley
Last year, yeah.
Wow. Well, how about the year before that then, guys?
I really don't remember.
So I guess
I think they won. There was a couple key plays that got them to win.
That word key again. Is that what
It was key. Another rush to the line. Levi takes it, runs up, dives, gets the first down. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Knights.
I'm gonna compare this style right now for both teams, kind of that Big Ten-ish. There's a little bit of passing going on, yeah, but I mean when they try and get that first down or that close play, between the tackles, it's a good job between the tackles by both teams right now.
It is.
A lot of hard
They
hitting
call
going
it
on.
first down. There, they're kind of thinking about maybe a measurement there, but gave the Knights a first down. We've got Mike Ackerman. He's working behind the scenes and the camera, so hope you enjoy that. Kevin Welch here. I'm Corey Schrader, QCSportsinferno.com ZTV, presenting Assumption football all season long. First game of the season here in Eldridge, Lancer Stadium. Levi drops back under pressure, tucks it in, tries to go around the corner, slips a few tackles, almost a tackle, but hey, he gets about line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's some hard hitting that play right there. That was a lot of guys going through that. A lot of high motors going on right now out there.
Well, I think what affected that most, I believe that was number 55, Zach Peterson, that came around the corner and kind of blew up the play. Levi kind of dropped back, looking to throw.
We seem to call his name a lot this first half too, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the defensive line.
Disruption.
I think him and Ernst have done a good job for North Scott, along with the whole supporting cast has done a nice job to keep those guys in check. 7-3 is a tough score in this MAC, or not, it's no more longer MAC, but this for opening night of play.
We'll call it the MAC. I like the MAC.
I miss the MAC.
I do. This time the handoff is to Clemmy. He gets about a half a yard. Good job by the North Scott defense.
I got Mark Bino in the tackle right there, the senior middle linebacker.
Yeah, I don't know. I just miss the MAC. District play is okay, and I guess I get it. Sorta, maybe. You get Des Moines involved, and look what happens.
Well, I agree with you on that. I mean, it's
You're right. Levi takes it, rolls to the weak side of the field, throw it under pressure, and incomplete. They had 2 Lancers there that have an opportunity for that ball on that throw, and I believe that was intended for Clemmy.
I think you're correct, yes.
So that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I'm going to use the phrase Mike Agron used right now, Corey. This is going to be a real key play of the game at 3:46 second quarter. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think we should put a hashtag in front of that and lay that on Twitter, hashtag key of the game. So Assumption does call a timeout. 3:46 left to go until half. They're down 7-3. Fourth down and 10. Are they going to punt? What would you do? I would. You know what? It's a close game. I punt it. I punt it.
What I would do is
Or fake it.
I'm going for it, and I'm going to put the ball in Levi's hand and maybe even give the Wohlers. Maybe that little pass to Wohlers that they've been. What was last year? I mean, I don't know how many he had. I can't give the exact number, but I mean, even this game here, a couple passes they threw to Wohlers. He threw that one in the late first quarter. It'd be something to see about that play right there. But I mean, obviously, Coach King and his staff will drum up a great play. And what would North Scott do? Would North Scott bring a blitz if they do go for it? That'd be
That's
little chess match here right now.
Hey, maybe they bring in Schlichting, right?
It could be Schlichting and Levi.
Had a good pass.
Oh, I
Had a
like
good
that.
pass there, right there.
I think what you do is you push Schlichting, like give a little fake, give him the toss.
Yeah.
And have Levi run around there and go. They got some options. I mean,
Hey.
it's nice. I'm sure Coach King's like, I got about 5-6 options I can do with how many athletes I got.
Right.
North Scott's got there on the defense. It's gonna be a heck of a chess match right here at 346.
Will be. It'll, I don't think there's a wrong call in this situation. I mean, you're on the road. Never know what's going to happen.
No,
I kick it, but
You're gonna kick. I'm going for it, and I'm looking for Levi. I'm going Levi to Wohlers. Is what I'm picking.
or it could be one of those quick punts.
Could be a push punt.
Well, Levi drops back, straight back, under pressure, looking for an opening up the middle. He's got some space, and he gets himself a first down inside the 20-yard line.
I called Levi run.
You did. You know what?
I think it was.
I was more conservative.
But
That's why I'm up here.
But I think he had Adrian Lamp in the backfield with him. It looked like, but he had Wohlers out there. But I don't think he went to him. No, but I mean that's.
Well, he
I like
found
the
an
call.
opening. He got some pressure on the outside. That opened up the middle a little bit.
I love the call.
So Levi takes the snap,
No, we're going right
runs to
there.
his right. Yeah, about a half yard on that one to bring up second down.
Up.
So now we've got some extracurricular activity, some flags. Hopefully that does not go to Assumption.
I would hope it would not go to either team, but someone's going to get flagged, unfortunately.
Yeah, you don't want penalties like that here deep in the territory.
No.
You know, you're down 7-3, you're on the road, and it looks like it is going to go against Assumption. So that's going to be what, 15?
Well, I think the tough thing is you just had a great run by Levi. You know, you don't need a play like that to happen, unfortunately. And
Right.
you're right. You're on the road. You want to keep everything. You want to keep their crowd out of it. You want to keep
Exactly.
You want to keep the Assumption crowd in it. But I mean, you know what? They're young kids. The emotions get to you. I mean, I'm
Football.
Not,
It's
yeah.
football. It happens.
I'm not gonna stick up for the kid for what he did, but I mean, the same token, your emotions run high. You
Yep.
know, it's a tough sport.
Yep.
I mean, you're out there to play football. What you're supposed to do? Make tackles, hit somebody, and
Right.
you know,
And then play chess.
or think about the key play of the game.
Well, this is very #key. This is a keyable play. We're going to call it a keyable play with 3 minutes left to go until halftime. Handoff
Right
looks
job.
like to Wohlers, right?
Wohlers again.
Our guy.
Yep. Tell you what, this is a heck of a match too between the offensive line and the defensive line by both sides. It seems like one team has it, one school has the other side, other time. I mean, this has just been a great. For 10 points put up between both schools, this has been a heck of a ball game played in the first quarter.
Yeah, so far, this is just old school football.
Love old
Just
school football.
smash mouth, and the games are getting decided in the trenches. I mean, that's good. I like that.
Like University of Pittsburgh football linemen.
Yeah, we won't go that far, but occasionally we might throw a bone your way. But Levi drops back, misdirection pass to Wohlers, and good job by North Scott on that read. But I like that misdirection.
I like that call. That was a heck of a call. I mean, a great read by North Scott, but a great play call by Assumption. Absolutely.
So that brings up a 4th and long, and they're.
If you have a field goal,
Okay, we've got the play going. We're coming up on 1:50 to go until halftime. Assumption down 7-3 here at Lancer Stadium. It's QCSportsInferno.com, ZTV. Mike Ackerman on the camera, Kevin Welch, Corey Schrader bringing you the plays. And
they might let the clock run down and call a timeout maybe.
yeah, you got second left there, so might as well use the timeout, figure out what you're going to do here on this 4th down.
Well, I'm 1 for 1 guessing, Corey. I'm going to go 2 for 2 here. I'm going to say they're going to go for it.
I agree with you, just because they went for it the last time, and they're kind of in the same field position right here. So, worked well last time.
But I think, you got a great playmaker, Levi. Why not put the ball in his hands?
No, you got a lot of options. You got Levi, you got Wohlers, you got Clemmy. I mean, you do have some options there.
And in the first quarter, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 22, Muscatine nothing. Cougars got the ball 1st and 10 on the 27 of Muscatine.
So, what was that score again? I didn't pay attention. I honestly, on this one, I spaced out. I I was looking at the field, looking at the clock.
That is Corey Schrader, folks, on the other microphone over there. He is doing the play-by-play. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
22-0. 22-0. Kennedy over Muscatine, correct, Coach Ackerman? Yeah, Kennedy over Muscatine.
All right.
Again,
well, see, you don't even remember what you said.
I do remember what I said. I was actually going to say the old MAC game, but I realized I have a Cedar Rapids team. That's not the old MAC.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's a MAC school.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And they got
So here we go. Minute and a half left till halftime. 4th and long for the Knights.
Woller's in motion right here. Here we go.
Levi rolling to his right, looking to throw. He launches it up and incomplete. There's just nowhere to go with that football. Too crowded in that corner of the end zone. So turnover on downs will give the ball to the Lancers with a minute 22 left to go.
I still think it was a great play call by putting him on the edge out there to let him do it. You know, he'd throw it, you're right, and know where to go with it. Good defense by North Scott, but I mean, you give him an inch though. Levi's gonna take a mile.
Well, and to me that throw, if it's intercepted, it's in the end zone. So what?
20-yard
Guess
line.
what? Brings it 20 yards, and actually they lose yardage with an
North
interception.
Scott's got longer to go.
So you might as well give it a shot, put it in the end zone. If your guy comes down with it, you take the lead.
Correct.
If you don't, they get an interception. But good job by North Scott. He actually batted that down in the end zone. So smart play by the Lancers.
Correct.
McLaughlin, he's looking to pass, and he's got a man right there, 21, for about 3 or 4 yards. That was Joey Ragona.
Another updated score, Clinton and West 0-0 after 1.
McLaughlin looking to pass again, and he had his man right there. That was Andrew Lundvall. As you remember, he had that one drop over there, but he made up for it when he caught it. This time he dropped it again. It was right there in the chest. So.
And Adrian's right there to make that pass break up or whatever. But that's another good throw by McLaughlin again. Nice tight spiral in traffic. Did a nice job.
Yeah, but you got to give credit to the Knight defense there too. I mean, they're committing that pressure, and he's just looking. 49 seconds until half. 3rd and about 4.5, 5. Well, now they're adjusting the clock to 55 seconds.
Was that Ackerman? Did Ackerman move that clock by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting there. Play clock is starting. 15 seconds there. Russ in motion. McLaughlin throws incomplete, a little bit low to Russ, their running back, number 11, Jared Russ.
Hey, looking back now too, remember in that, was it the second quarter when Ryan Thrapp had that possible interception for something that McLaughlin had? That would have been a change in complexion of the game right there too, looking back on something like that as well. Right now, punt formation, I think, too, now for North Scott. So Assumption will get the ball back with decent time.
Yeah, with this type of, we'll see on the punt here, but
I guess you had to get better.
Would you have run the football to knock some time off the clock? Low snap, McLaughlin kicks.
Correct, I would have ran the ball, correct, yes.
Line drive, Wohlers picks it up, dancing around, a lot of traffic, and he is down at about the 37-yard line. But you 40 seconds. You gave the Knights 40 seconds to work with.
And again, it's like
in a tight ball game.
And that's putting the ball back in McLaughlin's hand. Now you put the ball back in Levi's hand. This kid's exciting to watch him take the field. He's got electric feet. He's got a great arm. He reads defense as well. He does a nice job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how North Scott will defend this and how Assumption is coming. I mean, here comes Levi in the field now with those nice green shoes. And the Notre Dame colors, too.
Not a big fan of Notre Dame. Sorry. There's a lot of Notre Dame fans out there. I just, I liked Rudy. That's about it. We got flags on the play, probably because of those Notre Dame shoes. Even the refs were like, oh, my God, Notre Dame, I'm throwing a flag. So that'll put the Knights back. A little illegal motion, offsides, 5 yards.
We have an update score now, too. Clinton has now taken a lead with 8:11 left in the second quarter, 7-0 over the West High Falcons. So Clinton's now on the board. It's always nice, too, to get on the board, your first game of the season, whether it's a field goal or not. It's nice to get your first points of the year taken away. Putting on the board, and then you can kind of like go from there a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it like, in baseball, when you get for those power guys, they get that first home run, and it's just, okay, now I can relax. That's similar here. I mean, you get that score, it settles you down a little bit, the nerves kind of go away, and you say, okay, we can do this.
Absolutely. Great point.
40 seconds left until half. First and 15. Score is 7-3.
Wohlers in motion right there.
Wohlers in motion. Levi decides to take it, and he has nowhere to go, so that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Peterson again on the stop with number 44, Mark Bano, the senior middle linebacker. So him and between the middle linebackers and the D tackles, a nice job. Again for North Scott. I think timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by North Scott. I mean, you're looking at it'd be second down here. Yeah, you know what? Go for a turnover. Try and get a turnover if you're North Scott. If you're in Assumption, catch them on their heels. Let's see what you can do with it.
I know you never want to go to the well too many times. I still go back to that first play of the game when they had stuck the under the shotgun, laid my one out. And again, it doesn't work every time, no, but it's one of those things to think about because even Woes have been open a couple of times as well too for Assumption. The North Scott defense has been relying a lot on, Bano and Ernst, and then obviously Peterson.
Well, and that's a good thing with Levi too. You're kind of preventing North Scott playing that classic prevent defense. I mean, you still have to kind of play up in the box because you got to respect Levi and his running ability and rollers. So you kind of, Assumption's offense kind of keeps them honest a little bit, and that could open up a nice pass down the middle, get a guy wide open, he breaks free. I mean, and then you're scoring, and now you're up at a halftime with, score with 32 seconds. So
and you've got two great coaches here between, Wade King and Kevin Tippett have been around the, obviously Wade's been around the MAC a long time and in the conference and then the district, and then you got Kevin Tippett. Both teams have had staffs have been doing a great job as coaches getting prepared their players. It's been nice.
Well, this is a handoff right here.
Wow.
Got a good opening for Wohlers, cross the 40-yard line.
Levi sold that fake very well. I mean, he had the deep backs thing he was passing that ball. That was a nice fake. Nice job by Wohlers to get through the middle too.
So the clock ticks. This looks like this will probably be the last play of the first half. Hand off to Wohlers once again, and stiff arm out of bounds, and that's going to do it.
I thought it should have been 1 second left on that clock, but maybe I know the clock ran out, but let's see what looked like there was 1 second left.
And it looks, I don't know what the refs are doing here.
It looks, I think they're going to go with the one. Nope.
Oh.
All right.
All right, now they're kind of talking. North Scott is running on the field. The band is
North Scott's leaving
on the sideline. Looks like that is going to do it in the first half. So it's 7-3. North Scott, hard-fought game on both ends, offense and defense. This is QCSportsInferno.com. ZTV, got Mike Ackerman working the camera, all the behind-the-scenes stuff, getting us the scores. Kevin Welch is here. Glad to have him on board. I'm Corey Schrader. We're going to take a little bit of time out, and we'll be back for second half action between the Assumption Knights and North Scott Lancers. Welcome back to Lancers Stadium. This is QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV. We're bringing the broadcast live on our website at QCSportsInferno.com and our Facebook page, QC Sports Inferno. The North Scott Lancers have a 7-3 lead. We're about a minute and a half away to start off the second half. I would say the first half, defense.
Agreed.
I mean,
I would just, not to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
I would add defense and then special teams. Both had long kickoffs. Assumption had 2 great punts. kept them down in the end zone. Or
Both
kept
teams had some good returns, too.
both good returns, and then that one drive by North Scott separated the score of 7-3.
Yeah, impressive drive for North Scott. I mean, that kick, that punt by Assumption went down into North Scott territory on the 8-yard line. And, they had a heck of a drive. You have to give them credit for taking that ball from their own 8-yard line and scoring. And they went for it on 4th down deep in Assumption territory, and they ran the same play. The first time they ran it, the receiver just flat out dropped it. They ran the same exact play. He caught it, got him down to the 2-yard line, and McLaughlin ran it in for the score. But on the other side, North Scott's defense has done a good job on Levi today. We've seen some flashes with Levi. I mean, matter of fact, the first play, offensive play for the Knights, Schlichting to Levi. I mean, Schlichting was that quarterback that first series, threw a nice pass, or that first play, threw a nice pass to Levi, and put him in good position to get a score.
And it's funny too, because that's a play that they didn't go back to that play, so to speak, but they went to Levi a couple times to Wohlers, late in that second quarter too, a couple times, and then try to throw. But that first opening play by Assumption was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, none of us expected that. And one of the things that we talked about before the game was mistakes. Not a lot of mistakes, really. I mean, if you look at first game of the season, you figure there's going to be a little bit more mistakes. I mean, of course, you had some bad snaps and you had a couple penalties, but that's all normal. You're going to run into that in the normal process of a game. But as far as what we thought could occur, I mean, first game jitters.
Yep.
Both sides are playing well. Look, I mean, the score reflects it, 7-3.
Well, I think the only thing I remember was the closest thing to a turnover was the one where they had the interception, or the almost ball went through Trapp's hands, and that was it. Otherwise, there's been a couple balls on the ground, yes, but there's only been maybe a couple procedure calls. There's not been a lot of sloppy play. I think both coaching staffs have got both their teams ready to play. They did a good job in the offseason. I mean, these kids have come ready to play. At 7-3, it's Big Ten football. Downhill, smash mouth, a few throws by McLaughlin, great runs by Levi, but otherwise it's been great football.
Yeah, of course it's Big Ten football. I mean, as long as Pitt is not in the conference, you're going to get quality football. I mean, if you add Pitt in there, you kind of diminish the quality, and there's no diminish here.
Well, I think the Steelers are going to be happy to have James Conner part of the program, and I still think the best defensive lineman in the NFL right now has come out of Pitt, too. You know who that guy is, don't you?
Well, yeah.
He hasn't signed yet, but he is the best defensive lineman to come out. For 6 foot, about 280, when you have linemen at 6'3" and 390.
I tell you what, that's a big boy. But what do you think here in this second half? I mean, Assumption. I mean, you could tell both teams clean it up a little bit. Assumption, I think, needs to do a little bit a better job running the football. But you got to give a lot of credit to North Scott. I mean, it's not a case of a lack of effort on the Knights' part, but North Scott's doing a good job stopping that run and basically, stifling. What my favorite play was that misdirection.
Yes.
Play.
Yes.
Pass from, Levi rolled over to his right, threw it back. Throw was a little bit off.
Correct.
But if that throw was on, I mean, we could be talking a 10-7.
10-7 game. Yep.
So maybe a little bit more misdirection this second half for the Knights.
That's a great call. A great opportunity to have that happen. Yep, you're right. And I think the thing is, too, and as well as you, who comes out in the second half? I think Assumption gets the ball to start the second half, is making those adjustments. And again, I mean, you couldn't ask for two better coaches or even coaching staffs. Get these guys ready. I mean, they've been around the game. You got eyes in the sky. You've got people around here. You got the great fans. I mean, this game has got everything you want today.
Well, halftime is huge. A lot of people kind of dismiss halftime. They're going to the concessions and all that. But just ask the Atlanta Falcons what halftime was about, right? I mean,
maybe Tom Brady was in that halftime.
Right. I mean, but yeah, they probably had something in there. But adjustments. So you're right. I mean,
keys adjustments. You got to come out second half with a better offense and a better defense, or a better special, whatever you think you need to get better at. And we'll see what happens.
Well, we got Mike Ackerman on the controls here, the background. He's feeding us scores from other games. He's running the camera. Got Kevin Welch here. Corey Schrader, QCSportsinferno.com and ZTV. And the kick is on its way. A little bit short, and flags right off the bat.
Yeah, I heard the whistle go before the guy even kicked the ball.
Yeah, so I think offsides.
I want to take the time, too, real quick, for everyone who's following us on Facebook. I know we've got a couple of messages and people like Michael Kane out there that are listening to us and watching us. And people out there, you guys are the ones making this happen for us, for Michael and I and Corey to get this to do this. But thank you all for tuning in and listening. If you can't be here tonight, it's been hopefully we're serving you guys, and hopefully you guys are getting a good picture of what's going on.
Well, keep in mind we're going to be bringing all the Assumption Night football games to QC Sports Inferno. So if you can't make it, guess what?
And volleyball too.
And volleyball, yes, volleyball games. You got to watch those as well. I know Kevin, you're on those games, so that's awesome. So. Hey, we're excited. I mean, if their football team plays anything like the softball and the volleyball team and baseball team, track, I mean, Assumption's rolling right now. So a little short kick, a bounce, picked up by Assumption.
Is that Wohlers?
Nice opening right there, and that is Wohlers to take it across the 50-yard line to the 48-yard line of the Lancers. So big play of the game.
That's the second one, too, a good return. But this happened in the first half. To begin the first half. Remember, North Scott ran their ball back to about the same exact spot. So this is a great field position by Assumption. Now we'll see if North Scott can keep their defense and not break. We'll see if Assumption can run a few plays and see what happens now.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple good returns. I know North Scott had a good return on a kickoff and to open the game. And Wohlers doing a good job on his return. So first play of the game. Jace's throw is a little bit short and incomplete. Actually, I believe that was Logan Clemmy was the intended receiver. Nothing there.
Nothing there, and I think he actually redirected his pass. It looked like he threw that a little bit of a different angle, a little different arm angle. Hey, sometimes it's always good when you have that athleticism, too, to kind of make a play that's not there or a play that is there that breaks down real quick. But that's a good job by Levi not to get intercepted either.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're set on throwing right there, you definitely, obviously, you want to get it to the receiver, but you also don't want to give it to the defender. And you get good throw to a sense right there, but this time it's a handoff to Wohlers, and he gets some tough yardage, about 3 or 4 there, to bring up a third down and about 6 or 7.
Took about 3 or 4 North Scott kids that he didn't go down the first shot either. By the way, they hit him pretty hard. He stood up, but he kept going.
Tough runner right there.
What's the old saying? Keep those legs turning.
Well, yeah, that's what you got to do.
Hey, he reminds me a little of a guy named James Conner. Remember James Conner?
Well, I can't dog James Conner because he's a pretty good dude, but we won't mention who he played for at college.
I think it was University of Pittsburgh is my guess.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Levi drops back, pass a little bit behind the receiver right there. That looked like that was going to go to Brandon Schlichting. So that brings up 4th down for the Knights.
I got Joey Ghana on that pass coverage here, too, as well. That was a pretty good pass coverage there, too. I mean, by the time the ball met him, he was there, too. It was it was not a badly thrown ball. The only person who could get the ball would be the receiver, unfortunately. Just didn't make it in the hands.
So the Knights are bringing on Adam Sigworth to punt. So good job by the Lancers defense to start the second half. Punt on the way. Nice.
Another nice punt.
Long kick. Taking about the 5-yard line. Reverses field is Russ. He takes it, bounces it outside down to the 15 and down around the 18-yard line.
Tell you what, that was one heck of a punt again. Because you know what? They've had Assumption's punt 3 times, and all 3 times, I know he got a little bit of return that time, but all 3 have been inside the 20, and they've never got past the 20 in returns. This has been a great job by the Assumption.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're putting the ball on the 19-yard line. You're not at the 20-yard line there. Now you got a little discussion going on between the Lancers coaching staff and the men in stripes.
Hey, Sigworth's done a good job, Adam Sigworth, the senior here, of really booting those balls out of there.
Well, look, I mean, 7-3 game, special teams is huge right now.
Yep.
I mean, it's coming into focus right there. And
yep. We talked about it too early on.
Actually, it looks like that ball is being brought back to the 10-yard line.
Wow, it looks.
Yep. So I don't know. I didn't see a flag out there.
There was a flag.
There was?
Yep. Our producer Mike said there was a flag.
I couldn't understand. There was like food. Someone was eating. So here we go, first down and 10 for the Lancers. Their first possession in the second half. Hand off to Russ.
Great job by
No gain, pretty much. Maybe a yard, half yard.
Great job by Assumption defense front four right there.
Yeah, Assumption's doing a good job up the middle. The Lancers have found a little bit of success going on the outside, on the edges. A little bit more difficult time up the middle. So second down and 10, another handoff to Russ. This time he bounces it outside to about the 18-yard line.
I got Santello and Juarez in the tackle right there for Assumption Knights.
So that brings up about third and a long one.
I would, yeah. Yep. Another key play right here early on in the second half.
Hashtag key play.
Hashtag key play.
McLaughlin hands it off to Russ again. He powers his way forward. Looks like he's just going to get there for a first down. Yep, they're going to move the chains. So that'll be a first down and 10 on their 20-yard line.
He got that 1.1 yard, and he earned that one.
He did. He's a big guy.
Because that was a good job by both the lines. Tell you what, only a small crack sometimes is all you need.
I mean, it's 6'2", 205-pound running back.
That's a good size kid.
That's pretty big.
Remember Craig Ironhead Haber played for Pitt like that size.
Yeah, and then he played for the Bears, and I was disappointed. Dave Wanstad era, maybe? I think he's from Pittsburgh, right? So that would bring up a second down and 7 or 8 for the Lancers. 9:17 left to go in the third quarter, so very early in the second half. Pass play, good job, batted down at the line of scrimmage. He actually had a guy open.
That's by Donovan Juarez right there, the old he's been all over the field today, both sides of the ball, in terms of, both sides of scrimmage.
Yeah, Schoenig was open. He had his guy, but good job on the front line again to get their hands up when the pass is thrown, bat that ball down, bring up a third and long.
Yep, they teach you when you see the hand go up and the eyes look for the receiver, get the hands up if you can't go any further.
Hands up and jump.
Yep.
Laughlin drops back. He's got plenty of time, throws, and miscommunication with his receiver brings up fourth down for the Lancers.
So I'm going to tell you, who's had a heck of a game today has been that Woolwich kid. He's on that cover right there now, at 4th and 7. You're going to be punting right now. Great coverage by Ryan. Forces North Scott to punt.
Bashir is back to receive the punt, and Lancers quarterback McLaughlin is the punter.
I think if I remember correctly, this was only North Scott's second punt of the game, too.
Yeah, well, they went, I think their first 3 fourth downs they went for.
Yep, you're right.
So, yeah, not a lot of punting action from the Lancers. Kick is on the way. Decent kick this time.
Be the Wohlers.
Wohlers takes it about the 32, 33-yard line. He finds himself a lane. Hey, still good field position on their own 42-yard line.
That was Mason Watts on the tackle, the junior middle linebacker.
So the Assumption Knights will have their second possession of the second half with 8:56 left to go in the third quarter. This is QCSportsInferno.com and ZTV. You can catch us at our website or QC Sports Inferno on Facebook. Mike Ackerman, Kevin Welch, Corey Schrader, bringing Assumption football all year long.
Yeah, one thing I'm looking at right now, too, is, with North Scott and Assumption, both teams now seem to have, no one's really, look like they're like gasping for air. Both teams look fresh and ready to go.
Well, that's a credit to the coaches.
Absolutely.
Getting both teams ready for a long season. A little bobbled snap right there. Levi couldn't hang on to it and handed it off to Wohlers, and that's about a 2-yard loss on that play.
And that's that Peterson kid again, whose dad was the former Big 8. That was a Big 8 that time when he played for Iowa State.
Yeah.
His dad
Big 8.
His dad was a heck of a football player out of Davenport West, and went to Iowa State to play for his career, and had a heck of a career as a nose guard up there. In fact, his truck, I believe, has a nose guard in his truck. He's got a – so his dad's done a nice job with his son.
That's awesome.
Yep, his dad and his son done a nice job coaching his kid, too.
So Levi takes the snap. He's dropping back, runs under pressure and negative yardage once again. Jared Russ, running back, brings him down.
And the guy on both sides of the ball did a nice job,
That's why I like high school football a lot too, because you got a lot of players playing both sides, and it's kind of old school, you know.
And here's the thing, too, and credit to Ross for that kick, because if you get Levi in the open, we see Levi in the open field, break a few tackles, and he's a heck of a runner. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make sure if you get the pressure on him, and he has an opening, you got to make that tackle. If you miss, you're going to pay. And
that's exactly, and that's a good job by running him down, because if Levi gets past the scrimmage, it's going to be tough to bring him down.
So a third and very long. Little pass to Wohlers.
Nice.
Wohlers breaks the first tackle and about 2 yards short to the original line of scrimmage to bring up fourth down and about 12.
Tell you what, that was a nice run or a nice pass and then a run after the catch by Wohlers, but nice job by Levi. Tell you, Levi, when he rolls out too, he rolls out hard. He does a good job of getting out there on the edge. He makes you go after him.
As a quarterback, it's key to have that accuracy when you're rolling out.
Oh.
I mean, you
get the shoulder square up.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough throw.
And see, the thing I give in North Scott credit too, they're waiting for that. They're there. I mean, they missed a few tackles here and there, but for the most part, both teams have done a nice job of bringing the guy down with the second time.
Adam Sigworth is back to punt. Had a beautiful punt the first possession here. Snap right there. Another booming, high, long punt. Taken and bobbled.
And there's
on the 9.
We talked about it. Now we're going to add special teams and a possible turnover.
Yeah. Well, that's something we haven't seen today.
No, and the thing is, I think the problem is, too, is you're seeing different lights. That ball gets above the lights.
Yep.
Like catching a baseball. It's hard to see because when the ball comes past down to the lights, they got to really be able to see that ball. It's a great punt by Sigworth, great coverage by Assumption, and North Scott keeps the ball, but tough yardage again. They're beyond, the 10-yard line now?
Yeah, this will actually be their second drive here in the second half, and they've started at the 9-10 yard line on both. So all credit to special teams again for Assumption. Now it's up to the defense and do the same thing you did last time. It's becoming a battle of field position, really.
Absolutely.
So this time McLaughlin decides to keep it, gets about maybe a yard for that to bring up a second down. Actually, they give him a couple yards. So
I think I got Hempel.
Kind of at a bad angle here.
Yeah, I think I got Nate Hempel. I think on that tackle.
Yeah. 6:06.
McLaughlin, the rollout right there
too. Nice pass by McLaughlin. That brings up a third and short.
I got Anthony Valinas in that tackle right there for Assumption.
We love to see everybody on Facebook watching this ball game. Great game to watch right now if you're a fan of defense and special teams, just the little things in football. Hand off to Russ, a little bit up the middle, got a good gain on that 1st and 10 play.
You got Santillan on the tackle for the Knights.
.5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Same score, 7-3, Lancers. They're working on their second possession. Second down and 2. Got a man in motion there. McLaughlin keeps it himself, but well read by the Knights defense. Puts him back a couple yards there to bring up about 3rd and 4.
Santillan, again, the senior middle linebacker, number 26, back-to-back tackles. Did a good job. I think Wohlers has been out of this series too. I think he might be back in here now, but he's been out the past couple plays of this series. So great job by the other linebackers getting in there doing their job.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 4. Ball is placed on the Lancers' own 26-yard line. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 7-3 Lancers. QC Sports Inferno on Facebook, QCSportsInferno.com. Under pressure, McLaughlin. Great defensive play for the Assumption Knights. That was number 52, Tom Redekel. Did I pronounce that right?
I think so.
I hope so. I apologize if I didn't, but he had no blockers. No blockers, got in there right away, and that's the play you needed. That puts them 4th down and 11.
Yeah. 4th and long, and they're going to be getting the ball back here again. And
yeah, good field position.
Scoring half update, Clinton River Kings 14, Davenport West Falcons 0 halftime.
High snap, gets the punt off just short of midfield. And a little roll to the 48-yard line of Assumption. So, again, third possession, another good field position for the Knights offense.
I'm going to say this. If Assumption were to win this ball game, and they do, Adam Segworth, just his punts alone could get him a game ball.
Well, yeah, I mean, two possessions for the Lancers the second half. You're starting on your own 10-yard line.
And he changed the whole complexion of the game because the ball was down, in theirs, and he just.
Here we go. Snap to Levi. He goes to his left, but well read by the Lancer defense. No gain on that play. So 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. Again, 7-3.
I got Brady Ernst on the tackle for that, the 6'4" senior.
Heard a lot of his name tonight.
Sorry, 6'4" junior, 255-pound defensive lineman. Yes, we have.
A lot of juniors on this team for the Lancers. So
we were going over this before pregame where you said that both teams, but North Scott's got quite a few young kids that haven't seen a lot of playing time, maybe a little bit last year, but juniors, yes.
Yeah, they were good. Oh, nice pass by Levi. That was intended for Nick Gotilla, but looked like he wanted to run before he caught that football.
It was a heck of a pass. Great play call right there, too, and just unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, North Scott finished 5-5 last year, looking to build on that. You got a lot of players coming back that are juniors. Running back, he's a sophomore. Well, that's a big sophomore running back right there. So, I mean, and he's been all over the field offensively and defensively. So,
sure has.
A lot of promise for the Lancers. Levi going to pass, and he had a man intercepted. The first turnover of the night for the Lancers, takes it up to midfield and finally brought down into Assumption territory. And now there is a little fight on the field, and flags have been thrown. Coach is bringing the players back to the sideline.
And the interception was Quentin Albright, the senior 5'6", 150-pound defensive back for North Scott. But we're going to have to sort this out here in a little bit, what happened. I'll give you some scoring updates. Valley, early third quarter, is up over Bendorf, 16-6.
So they gave the call to the Knights, so that's going to push the ball from about the 40, let's see where they started it off, at the 47-yard line. And this penalty alone flips the field.
Sure does.
You had the great punting by the Knights, and you unfortunately get that turnover there, get a flag, unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of that play there, and they're at Assumption territory on the 32-yard line.
That's a tough one, too, because it does take two to tango. You never want to see anything that change the complexion of the game, and hopefully everything just sorts it out. We can just go back to playing football.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the Assumption player meant to do anything there. I just think there was a good pile up there. He was trying to get off, and he accidentally stepped on on a Lancer. So, long pass on the way, overthrown by McLaughlin. That was intended for number 13, Carson Rollinger.
Tell you what, now he threw a nice tight spiral, but that was in some double coverage. Assumption had that play covered very well. Nice pass by McLaughlin. Very well defended by Assumption, though.
Well, yeah, usually what you're going to see, you're kind of in that little zone there. First down, go for it. Let's see what you got.
They've always said,
well covered by the Knights.
Yep. Very well read. Nice job. I think it was both play calls were nice. The defense was called along with the offense.
So junior quarterback McLaughlin keeps it himself, runs to the left, but great job by the Knight defense to stuff him right there.
Tell you, after that little freakish, though, Assumption's really picked up. It's like one of those things too. Is not that they want to have anything bad like that happen, but both plays, that defense play was covered really well, and that edge right there, they did not see that.
Yeah, the first one you expected them to try and go deep. You had the double coverage, like you said, and then on the second play here, the Lancers lose about 2.5, 3 yards on a quarterback keeper. So third down and about 12-13. McLaughlin, he's going to roll to his right. Pass misdirection over to Russ. But well, ball is on the ground, and they're going to call it incomplete. But good job by the Assumption Knights to read that and get their man right there. But
He didn't blow that up. That's a bench.
yep.
I don't know what number it was, if it was 52 or not for Assumption, but or 26 or somebody got in there. But it was one of those. That screen was set up nice, and he just got his hand on the ball and knocked it out. It was a great play call and a great job again defending by Assumption. We have a guy down on the field too for Assumption.
So there will be an injury timeout on the field. I would
Craig.
like to take this chance to thank everyone that is on QC Sports Inferno Facebook page. We are looking for sponsors. If there's any sponsors out there, we want to upgrade the quality of the broadcast that we want to bring you throughout the year with football and volleyball. So if you'd like to be a sponsor for QC Sports Inferno .com and these games that we're going to cover, you can contact us at qcsportsinferno.com or through Facebook. You can either contact Mike Ackerman or Corey Schrader.
The injured Assumption Knight, not the same as somebody here, was number 51, Donovan Juarez, the defensive end, senior defensive end. Looks like he just has some cramps. We have now kind of a timeout here right now.
So yeah, I mean, any sponsorship, any help out there, we'll get your ad out there during the game, on the screen, during the broadcast. We'll mention you on our website during the broadcast. We'll do liners, we'll do whatever. We're just looking for a little bit more support to upgrade the broadcast quality here with Mike Ackerman, Kevin Welch, and Corey Schrader. 3rd and 12 for the Lancers. 2:10 left to go in the third quarter in Assumption territory.
North Scott's going for it. 4th down and about, 12, 13 yards. Oh,
Nope, McLaughlin, a little pooch kick.
Punt.
And right out of bounds, maybe what?
I'm going to give him maybe 10 yards.
Yeah, 10 yards on that punt. But, the punter for the Lancers is McLaughlin, so it works to their advantage, I guess. But, hey, Assumption avoided a potential issue. They turned the ball over on the interception, and then the personal foul call, 15 yards, got the Lancers in Assumption territory, good Assumption field position.
And right now, when you return defensive end, Juarez battling probably cramps right now.
Yeah.
So you've lost a little bit, but now we've gained. But the most important thing, we've gained the ball back.
Yep, you get the ball back.
And the ball in Levi's hands could be good things for Assumption.
Exactly. A nice little drive here would be great. Hand off to Wohlers. Looks like a little bit off the right tackle there. So be 2nd down and that looked like about a 2-yard gain there. So we'll say 2nd down and 8.
And Peterson on the bottom of that pile again. The dad must be going to be a happy guy at the end of the game probably tonight for his son.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's always a good moment if you see your kid out there and get things done. Unless we stop and start it.
Assumption in the run right there, bottled up at the line of scrimmage by North Scott, brings up a 3rd down and about, I got 8, Corey, 8, 9.
Yeah, well, they actually gave him about 1.5 yards on that forward progress, so that's a good thing right there. So, yeah, you're looking at officially a 3rd down and 8, 7. Yeah, so got a little progress there, so the Knights can capitalize here. Big 3rd down play. Levi takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, under pressure, throws deep, and we've got flags on the play, and that looks like that could be pass interference against the Lancers, and that's going to put Assumption 1st down, better field position.
Or did he do something? Yeah, I guess it's pass interference, but it looked like he gave him a little different signal, like he was going.
Yeah, I think when the receiver was jumping up to get the ball, the defender came around, I think on his shoulder pads, and kind of grabbed his shoulder back a little bit. So, hey, nonetheless, that's good for the Knights.
Either way, it's a first
down.
Yep.
1st down. You just got to keep those chains moving. I mean, really the difference of this game right now is the Lancers' long drive from their own 8-yard line.
That's it.
I mean, that's
it
right there. So first down and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Handoff. Looks like maybe about a yard on the play there, up the middle. Is that Wohlers again on the carry?
Wohlers on the carry. I think, again, it's going to be Peterson and number 78, I believe, Ernst on the tackle. Got a few scores here. Davenport North 26, Hempstead 16 at halftime. Valley 16-6 over Bendorf half. PV 24-7 over Jefferson. North Scott, again, 7-3 over Assumption here. And then Clinton is 14-0 over Davenport West, late second quarter. Of the old MAC scores.
You're right. You talk about those Davenport teams. It looks like they're trying to do a little bit of catching up. That's going to do it for the third quarter. So we're going to start the fourth quarter with Assumption Knights having the football.
That went by fast.
It did go by fast. I mean, both teams just running.
I make a bold prediction here now, too. Not that I should do this on live audio, but who's ever got the ball last is going to win this ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I think right now, I mean, the scrolling means nothing in terms of, because it just seems each team is mounting something at sometimes. You just either a punt here, a drop ball there, a fumble snap there, but it's not been bad. It's just been one of those things where it's just like getting everything going in the right direction.
Well, here's the thing. The Knights, they're due for a solid drive, and this looks like to be the beginning of a good drive here. You got that key pass interference call.
Yep.
Now you're just shy of your own 40-yard line. You started back on, what was it, 23, something like that. So if they can get a solid drive here, get in the end zone. Obviously, you get in the end zone, and you're talking, with the Assumption defense, they're doing a good job out there this second half and the first half. I mean, both teams are, but.
Right. Oh, they got.
Oh, here we got Schlichten and a wide open.
There it is.
There we go. That's Jace Levi in for the score. That was the same play in the first half. Touchdown, Assumption Knights. Big play to start the fourth quarter.
We were waiting for that play to happen at the end of the first half, and it comes out in the start of the fourth quarter. To begin the fourth quarter with that play.
Boy, you know what? Schlichting's got a heck of an arm there. I mean, nice little spiral there. Got Levi right open for the score, so perfect timing for the Knights.
I think Schlichting plays baseball. I think he's part of that baseball team too. Schlichting was. So that's a heck of a throw by him. Hey, Schlichting's 2 for 2.
Hey, with a touchdown. 2 for 2 and a touchdown.
And he probably has, how many yards do you think he's got? About almost 100 yards?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that play alone was, 60 yards?
Yes.
60-yard touchdown
Hit him right
pass.
in stride.
Yeah, perfect pass. Extra point is on the way, and that is up and good for the Assumption Knights. That was Nate McMullen with the extra point. So with 11:49 left to go in the ball game, the Assumption Knights have taken a 10-7 lead. We'll be back for a kickoff with Kevin Welch. I'm Corey Schrader, QC Sports. territory and 2 big runs by your sophomore running back. And if you're Assumption, it's, again, like we said before, bend, don't break, you know.
Absolutely. And the coaches on defense have called a great game so far for Assumption. And then, and Tip right now for the opposite side for North Scott, he's got McLaughlin firing all cylinders right now. So we'll see what happens about that, the no break part of it exactly. Because there's really only been 1 touchdown happened to be in the first quarter. Correct?
Right. Yeah, so, exactly.
So Assumption shut him out since then. But North Scott's driving in, and it just looks like, Laughlin's back in his zone a little bit right now. So I think it's a great timeout here by Assumption to kind of hopefully
calm
stall
down a little bit, because you had you had 3 big plays in a row, 1 big pass, 2 big runs, and they're on the 35-yard line of the night. So yeah, excellent timeout. Look, these 2 coaching staffs, you can't say enough about them, and that's the type of ball game you're getting. So McLaughlin pitches it out to the sophomore Russ. He avoids a tackle and is pushed out. Got about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, Levi just missed him, but did a good job to really make that play not get what they thought they were going to get at first. North Scott. Great job by Levi, and a great job by Russ to continue with the play anyway, still get a couple yards off that.
Excellent job by Levi, but Russ is a big kid. When you got that guy turning the corner,
like Jerome Bettis,
that's tough to get down.
Remember Jerome Bettis?
Yes, I do remember old Bettis.
I think it'd be procedure. I think at North Scott right now. I think. So should we bring it back 5? Now you got back to 2nd and 10.
5 yards, 2nd down and 10. Put the ball back on the 35-yard line of the Knights with Mike Ackerman, Kevin Welch. I'm Corey Schrader here at Lancer Stadium with 9:53 left to go in the 4th quarter with the Assumption Knights. Hey, 10-7 lead.
Hey, what a great fan base for both schools to have in the first night as well. That one's a beautiful night. The weather's great, but you got both teams have brought great fan support. The cheerleaders, North Scott band did a great job at halftime with a beautiful.
Yeah, the band was wonderful.
The band was wonderful. Yep.
Yeah, great crowd from both teams. And that 2nd down pass was incomplete. That was intended for number 16, TJ Yates.
The TVA with the breakup for Davenport Assumption. Great job.
So it'll be 3rd down and a little bit, 3rd down and 11, 12 is what they're calling it on the scoreboard, but I would say closer to 11 on that one. But hey, North Scott, they're going to go. They got 2 plays here. 2 plays to get 12 yards.
Correct.
Low snap. McLaughlin fires the pass and open for the 1st down. That was complete to Carson Rollinger.
The TV and the coverage made the tackle, but you're right. Sticks will move now again.
So the Lancers driving once again. They had that big drive in the first half that got them on the board, and looking to have a similar drive here. McLaughlin looking at the sideline, trying to get the play.
Yeah, I think he audibled a little bit here. I think he stopped, and now we're going back with it.
McLaughlin fakes a handoff, keeps him himself, goes up the middle for about 3-4 yards maybe, bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Adrian the tackle, along with Nate Hempel, the senior defensive tackle. I didn't look like you only get about 2 or 3 now. They're giving 4, I guess, but those are 4 hard-fought yards.
We haven't seen much from the kickers of North Scott, so I can't really say. Are they in field goal range?
That's a great question.
McLaughlin's pass. Good job by Knight defense right there. I think he got his hand up on it. I couldn't see who that was.
Yep, it was number 86.
8:56 left to go in the ball game. 10-7 Lancers. McLaughlin hands the ball off to Russ. Good defense by the Knights. Tries to go up the middle. Gets maybe 1-2 yards to bring up a big 4th down.
I got big Nate Hempel again in that play right there, along with a couple of linebackers led also by Adrian. But Hempel did a great job. On this series alone, these last couple of plays, Hempel's been on both those to stop that play right there. Great job by Nate.
Looks like they're going to go for a field goal here.
I think you're right with the field goal, but you're right. We haven't seen them. The only time we saw them kick the ball was when they had the extra point. So.
Exactly. So,
I think they're going to.
Well, McLaughlin ran off the field. Play clock's down to 15.
I think he's going to get the tee.
This is a hurry up situation.
I'd be surprised if they don't call a timeout here.
You know what? In a close game like this, I would. Jacob.
I think somebody just.
Andrew Lundvall got the snap with 3 seconds left, and that kick is just in there. So what a weird thing of events going on here. I mean, they rushed the kicker out there. Looked like there was movement for North Scott.
I didn't want to say anything, but I could have sworn there was movement on the line, on the Lancers line too. But they didn't call it, and the kick is good. But they sure looked like they moved. A couple guys looked like they moved on the far end over here.
Yeah,
but
he just got that in the upright. I mean, he was close there. So.
Too, because I have to give the kicker for North Scott credit, because I thought movement, you thought movement.
Yeah.
They had to go get the tee up the field. Laughlin had to go get the tee out, go get the tee. Everything was going against the kicker that time, without even calling timeout, it makes a play. But I could have sworn there's movement too as well. Yes.
So with 8:02 left to go in the ball game, it's all knotted up at 10. Teams playing even football here.
We're just thinking, Corey, we came here with a 0-0 even score. We're right now even again.
Yeah, 8 minutes, just 8:02. Even up.
These schools only separate by what? Maybe a 7-mile drive up 61 to get here.
Yeah.
It's and you couldn't. Again, going back to the preparation by both teams, the staffs, the coaching staffs, the trainers, the strength coaches did a great job getting these guys ready. And I'll tell you right now, you could not ask for a better first night of football on QC Sports Inferno.
Hey, watch for a short kick here. Anything to get the ball back. A little bit low line drive. I believe that's Wool. To get the first down. So the chains will move. The ball will be placed at about the 38, 39-yard line. Well, they haven't made the call. Finally, it was a first down.
I would say it definitely was a first down.
Yeah, we're at an angle here, so we definitely.
Well, as Coach Ackerman told us, the key of the play was to get.
The key of the play was to get the first down. Hashtag keys of the game. QCSportsInferno.com, QC Sports Inferno on Facebook. Mike Ackerman, Kevin Welch, Corey Schrader. 10-10. Assumption driving with 4:35 left to go in the ball game. Levi drops back. Pass. Had a man a little bit overthrown to Logan Clemmy. Now bringing up a second down.
Yeah, we can hear the pads up here from those lines. Both sides of the line are getting either just doing a great job of getting pushes and driving. And
This
and
is
just,
like cold weather football today.
Remember the old Lambeau Field?
Oh, let's not bring that up. I'm a Bears fan, so I don't really want to talk about Packers.
Ray Nitschke and those guys back in those.
No, we'll talk about Dick Butkus, Mike Singletary.
Where'd Butkus go to college?
Yeah, Illinois. Levy drops back under pressure, but completes the pass and moving on his feet to get the first down. Excellent play. I believe that was Wohlers on the reception there.
One between Wohlers and some clutch catches, and a great job by Schlichting to Levi.
Yeah, good pass by Levi right there, and Wohlers picked up the extra yard. It's going to be 1st and 10, 27-yard line.
A little trivia. Where did Dicka go to college?
Butkus?
Dicka.
Oh, Dicka. Yeah. Well, Buddy Ryan was the guy there.
I asked the college, not the guy who
Oh, okay. I see. First down snap, handoff up the middle to Wohlers. Picks up some positive yardage there.
stopped again by
3:54 left to go in the ball game.
By Peterson and Gordy Field, the junior nose guard.
Second and 7 for the Knights. 25-yard line of the Lancers, putting together a
Timeouts are going to come.
good drive here.
There going to be some, if somebody's going to play some good ball control here, North Scott's going to use some timeouts. It's going to come down to field position. If they can keep this and get the field goal, they're in good position right now.
Levi takes it and blown up there by, I believe that was.
I got Brady Ernst, number 78.
Ernst, yeah. And then Ernst again, nowhere to go. Loses about 2 yards.
I got 2. Yeah. I'll be under 3 minutes about.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10. 2:58 left to go.
On Facebook and you're not in it.
That was Mike Ackerman's voice.
He's our production guy. Does a great job. Don't you think, Corey?
Yeah.
With his key moments of the game.
Wonderful. Levi takes a snap, looking to pass over in the middle. Got his man open. Nice play. That was to the tight end, wasn't it?
Yep, number 24. Ray Thrapp. Or Tharp. Thrapp.
6'4", 210 pounds.
Beyond the baseline.
I guess his dad's the owner of Beyond the Baseline. Ray Thrapp did a nice job right there. Tell you what, that was a nice catch. Go over the middle like that. A tough game like this when North Scott covers the middle very well. That's a heck of a catch right there.
So coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the ball game.
And we'll have to give Mike the key to this because you have to figure out, maybe go for the field goal or go for the first down.
So we got a timeout for the Knights. They're trying to get the crowd in it.
We have 4th and 1 there. Corey, what are you doing? I am going for it with JC putting the ball in his hands against the North Scott defense. I'm going for it. What are you doing?
You go for it. Go for it. I'm with you on this one. Go for it. You're on the road, right? 10-10 tie.
Now I'm going to play.
You got a good drive going.
Correct. Now what about this play call? Instead of running the ball, putting Wohlers out in the flats, have him go in motion, fake it in the middle, put a little dump pass out to him out there in the flats, Wohlers. You think you're expecting that? Now,
or it might be Schlichting again. He might come in.
It could be Schlichting, yes. I'm going to go for the Wohlers thing.
But if you put him in, will North Scott know? I mean, last 2 times Schlichting has come in, passes.
Correct, and that's why I think if you change, that's why I think the Wohlers thing might work. But here's another thing to think about too. Will Tippett and his defense decide to rush 7 or 8? Are they expecting the ball to be in the middle? Again,
this is where the Assumption offense is good. I mean. Yep. You're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent. I mean, you especially in short yardage. I mean, you got to respect the pass and respect the run. So you just got to play it straight up at this point. So we got the crowd going. You got North Scott students over there trying to counter the Assumption fans here. The Assumption fans are great right now.
Well, right now we know we're right this way. They're going for it.
There, quick run up to the line. Levi takes it. He's got an opening for a first down. And inside the 10-yard line to about the 8.
What a great play call right there.
That's been my favorite. Watching Assumption, how they hurry up to the line. They're one of the best in the state of getting up there quickly and getting properly set to run the play. I mean, that's a difficult thing to do, to run up to the line of scrimmage quickly. You have to get set.
Disciplined football. You're
coaching.
Right. Yep, coaching. Exactly. But give the North Scott defense. They've been great all day.
You can't take anything away from North Scott. This has been a great game. I mean, it's 10-10 with a minute 30 left to go in the ball game. And another run, positive yard, about 3-4 gain right there for Levi.
So now just playing another person.
It's like a timeout for North Scott.
Should North Scott let Assumption just score, get the ball back in McLaughlin's hands and try and score?
That's a tough call in this type of game. I mean, you could do the quick score, okay? Let's say you do that.
Yep.
You've had a lot of trouble. You had that one good drive. You had a couple good drives. I mean, that last one ended up in a field goal. It was a good response to that 60-yard touchdown pass from Schlichting to Levi. But, I mean, that's tough because both teams have been methodical moving up the field.
Correct.
Do you risk, okay, our defense has been pretty good. Minute 26 left to go in the ball game. Timeout, North Scott. Ball is placed on the 5-yard line of the Lancers. Key 4th down and 1 run by Levi to set this up. Great football game. Both sides, excellent job. Offense, defense. Well, mainly defense. Special teams. Special teams been fun.
Special teams and defense today, exactly. A few key throws here, a good run there.
And only one turnover tonight.
One turnover, yep.
You know, that was the key right there. You know, they had that Assumption through that interception. They get it into Assumption territory, and on top of that, 15 yards for personal foul, and they held them.
Correct.
Nothing came out of it. So,
yep.
Levi takes it, turns the corner. Good job by North Scott. Stays on his feet and pushed out of bounds at about the 3 or 4 yard line. 1:20 left to go in the ball game.
Mark Bino with a senior linebacker on the stop. Middle linebacker on the stop, number 44 for North Scott defense.
We appreciate everybody on our Facebook page, QC Sports Inferno, and our website, QCSportsInferno.com. If you'd like your ad on the screen during a game, give us a holler. Four yards to go to hit the end zone here. 3rd down. Levi takes it, hands it off to Wohlers. Well read there by North Scott. Goes nowhere. Minute 15 left to go. I believe North Scott just called a timeout, which you figured they would. So you got a 4th down. Well, they actually said that he lost a yard. Looked like he got stopped at the line of scrimmage, but, 5-yard line.
I got Kay Sandkamp on the junior outside linebacker on the tackle, number 11 for that North Scott defense. But it's going to be, obviously, here you go for the field goal.
Well, we know what the decision was. Don't let him score.
Don't let him score. Yep, I guess I was wrong on that one, too.
But you know what? But that's a tough thing to do. I mean, your defense has done well. I mean, this is, other than that 60-yard touchdown pass, this is their first real march down the field that the Knights have had all game.
Because the 2 big plays have all come by the pass from Schlichting to Levi.
Yeah.
So you're right. I mean,
so this has been a solid,
methodical, chewed up some yardage and some time off the clock to get down here. And North Scott did a good job of holding them.
Exactly.
Now, if they, the field goal here.
So a minute 15 left to go in the ball game. Field goal unit is on the field. McMullen is ready for the field goal here, about 15-yarder.
We better get Mike Ackerman.
Mike Ackerman, this is his key to the ball game. Hashtag key to the game. Snap. Kick is up and blocked. It looked like it might have been blocked. No good. No good. With a minute 12 left to go in the ball game. Oh, my goodness. I believe Assumption has 2 timeouts. I believe they took one in the a little bit ago on that, before that 4th and 1 play.
I believe you guys are right, yes.
So you had a 15-yard field goal. You had a golden opportunity.
Yep.
And what was it? What did we say at the beginning? Special teams.
Special teams. But I think the good thing right now is it's a long drive for North Scott. So Assumption, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, North Scott took, I want to say, all their timeouts here on the defensive end. So, minute 12 left to go. They still got a long way to get downfield. McLaughlin goes back. Pass intercepted! Intercepted by the Knights! And he turns the corner! And just knocked out about the 1 yard line.
Zach Adrian, the sophomore.
Zach Adrian with the big interception. And now they're even. Both teams have thrown an interception, and this 4 downs to get a score here with a minute 2 left to go in the game. The mistake came in, and it was huge.
Not even let them score and get the ball back.
Right. I mean, yeah.
It's gonna be, wow.
You're a sneeze away from the end zone.
I mean, exactly. I could not believe he didn't get in. He looked like he got in from our end.
Yeah, it did. It was on the far side of the field for us, but might have, foot just got out there, but good job by the Knight defense. Now here we go. Snap to Levi. He runs to the right, and he's
in.
He's in. They finally called it. A little bit of a delay. Touchdown Knights.
So Zach Adrian's interception.
Jace Levi.
Zach Adrian's interception leads to Jace Levi's run to Assumption Knight. Takes a 6-point lead now.
Look at that. With 57 seconds left to go in the ball game after the interception. Got a 2-yard run in.
That's the biggest lead in the game right there.
Yeah, you are correct. 16-10 right now.
It was 3-0, 7-3,
yep.
10-7, 10-10.
Yeah.
16-10. What a heck of a ball game. I don't want this game to end.
No, not at all. This is exciting.
Great high school football action tonight.
I can't wait till the rest of the season. I'm glad we're covering the Knights this year. Extra point kick is up, and that is good. So that puts the score at 17-10. 57 seconds left. Knight fans going nuts. This is a great atmosphere tonight.
Wow. Outstanding.
You would think this was a home game.
Wow. Want to make sure we thank Jason Schroeder, too, the AD of North Scott, for allowing us to come in tonight, too.
Oh, class all the way right here tonight. I tell you what, you're correct. I mean, they gave us everything and more.
Yep.
So we do appreciate the hospitality that the Lancers provided us, and great atmosphere. You know, the Lancers fans, great. I mean, look, there's still 57 seconds left to go. So both teams have played tough. It is officially even. Both teams have the turnover.
Yep.
Both teams have had key special teams plays. Both teams have had good drives.
But only one team can win the game.
But only one team can win. And we'll find out here in 57 seconds.
Which might take about 10 hours.
Right.
Here we go.
Nate McMullen ready for the kick. Kick is high. Kick is deep. Taken at the 15-yard line. Got a little bit of opening. Ran into his old man. Still on his feet. 45 close to midfield. Dancing it into Knight territory. Special teams once again. Carson Rollinger with that nice return.
He just put his head down and said, I'm not going down.
36-yard run there. I mean, he ran into the crowd about the 30-yard line.
And he did not want to go down.
35.
Wow.
Didn't want to go down. Bounced off his own player. Came around. And look, 46 seconds left. Took 11 seconds off the clock. 1st and 10 for the Lancers.
We've had how many kickoffs today? I wonder how many yards we have combined for the two teams in the kickoffs.
Oh, my gosh. It seems like everything is between the 40s when they,
Correct.
So McLaughlin
At midfield, almost, at the 49-yard line of Assumption.
fakes the handoff, looking to pass.
Almost picked off there.
Overthrown, and almost another interception by the Knights to bring out 2nd down. But
Well, he throws a nice tight spiral, that guy does, though.
yeah, he does. He does. It looks like the ball sails a little bit on him, but that's just mechanics. He'll get that. He'll get his feet set, everything even.
Tony, a junior, too.
So 42 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 10. Low snap. McLaughlin over to the right. Good coverage by the Assumption defense.
Okay.
Inbounds is Rollinger.
Look, they wanted that bubble screen to look like they're a little bit that old school bubble screen.
So another timeout will be called by North Scott with 36 seconds left. Davenport Assumption 17, North Scott Lancers 10.
Wow.
Ball in Knight territory and a great return by Rollinger.
And he got him past midfield, and right now it's 3rd down and long, but he got him past midfield on a great run. But great job by Adrian to get that interception for Assumption to put Assumption up where Levi's run.
Hey, with Mike Ackerman, Kevin Welch, I'm Corey Schrader. This is QC Sports Inferno on Facebook, QCSportsInferno.com. You can watch the games on the website as well. If this is any indication what the season is going to be like coming up, this is going to be one heck of a ride, and QCSportsInferno.com will be there every step of the way.
In fact, our next coverage will be this Tuesday at home against Assumption. We'll be playing volleyball against the Burlington Greyhounds. We'll have that coverage for you beginning about 5:30, 5:45. Mike, will that be about right? About 5:30 on that Wednesday, hopefully.
10, McLaughlin in the shotgun. This could be the game right here. McLaughlin rolls out to his right. Nice tackle by the Knights, just short of the first down, about a yard.
Don't think he got it, no.
No, there is no, I don't know. He did not get it. He is short. No debate. You look at the line judge right here.
Unless they're going to measure it.
I don't know they're a yard short. They're a yard short, but guess they want to make sure, so.
Better be safe than sorry, but they sure look like they're a yard or a yard and a half short, yes.
25 seconds left to go in the ball game. 17-10 Assumption. If they don't get the first down here. And he is short. Assumption Knights take the ball back, and that should do it.
Tell you what, it was a lot closer than I looked.
Wow. From here, it was like a yard.
It looked like a yard, at least a
but
yard.
It was closer than that.
It looked like about a half, about 6 inches, or maybe even less than that.
So, hey, wise choice on taking the measurement.
I'm like, what are we doing here? But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. 17-10 Assumption. They get the ball back. Turnover on downs for the Lancers. Just come about.
We have a timeout Assumption, I think, right now.
Foot and a half short.
How about this stat to think about, too? There's only been 2 touchdowns scored in the game. Right?
3.
One in the first quarter.
Yep.
And one in the last quarter to end it. And then one, I think, where did the third one happen? That was the one with Levi slicking to Levi.
Yep. Yeah, that was
early fourth quarter?
No. Yeah, early fourth quarter. Because that was from the 40-yard line going to the north end zone.
I guess we can say touchdowns today were at a premium thanks to both schools' defenses.
Big plays, special teams, good defense.
Yep.
Turnover margin, even, 1-1.
I get it,
Hey, what a game. This is the first game of the season. This is what we get. This is awesome.
Tell you, when we walked in, Mike and I walked in, got a chance to meet some of the North Scott people here, let us in. And then from there, this game has been great. The hospitality's been great. The coaching's been great. The playing's been great. The fans have been great.
Fans have been awesome.
Everything's just been great today.
And we appreciate everyone tuning in on QC Sports Inferno and QCSportsInferno.com. Kevin, it's been great. Victory formation here.
It's been a great time,
Clock
Corey.
is ticking.
Hey, and look at both teams giving each other handshakes. It
was a hard-fought game.
Hard-fought game. Both teams are congratulating each other. It's been awesome.
Fans from both clubs, great job. Everything here. I tell you what, this is my first time I've been to this stadium in years, and I loved it. They did a good job.
I coached softball here 1 year, about 3 years ago. Took over for Coach Johnson. Got rest your soul, Coach Johnson, and never even came to a football game. And I was coaching. But to make a long story short, my first time here, couldn't ask for a better game. Hospitality. I have to give a lot to Jason Schroeder, who was the AD when I was here too, who helped us in today. The fans, both teams, both fan bases. Really were great. It was a welcoming sight to be first night, and my first time working with you two guys this year.
Hey, you did great. I tell you what, this is you're a great addition to this team here. Mike did a wonderful job at the camera. His keys to the game, #key to the game, giving us the scores. Hey, yeah. I gave him a pen. He didn't use it. But, hey, what can we do? But wonderful game. Both teams did an excellent job. Offense, defense, everything was even. Special teams was even. Turnover margin was even. But the key turnover at under a minute, for the Knights to get that interception, take it back in first play, run in for the game-winning score by Jace Levi.
I think, it's tough, too, because I think, and I have to give a lot of credit to now McLaughlin, who played a tremendous game under center in shotgun, receiving or throwing the ball, even on defense. But it's tough when you make that one, that turnover there that Adrian got. But, I think both offenses, were stymied at times, but they also had some big plays. Our special teams, I thought, was phenomenal with the punting by Assumption.
Yeah.
And the returns by both return teams. Wohlers for Assumption, and who was it? Was it number 13 for North Scott?
Oh, that was Rollinger.
Rollinger. I mean, heck, his last return here, he didn't want to go down.
Oh, yeah, last return, he takes it into Assumption territory.
Territory,
But, hey,
49
the
line.
defense stifled him. That's all that matters.
Yep.
North Scott shouldn't hang their heads. They got a good ball club. Their quarterback, a junior. Their big running back, a sophomore. So a lot of good things coming up for North Scott. And good job by, Assumption coming here in this environment. Credit to the fans here at the game. Credit to the fans watching at home. It was a good way to start the season, and I'm ready for more exciting football.
Yep, and I'll even add to that, too. I think Kevin Tippett, his defensive line, offensive line, led by Peterson and Ernst and a few other guys, too. You're right. Should be very proud of where they're at, even though a loss is a loss, and it does stink, but for where you're at, and then Assumption, for what they've had to do, too. I mean, they got, we're reading the paper, only 28 people out there. But they did a great job. I mean, both teams, if this is how football's going to be all season for high school football, this is one of the best games you can come to see the first night out. So.
Well, I think that'll do it, Kevin. I'm glad you're on the team. You did great. I can't wait to work with you more. Got volleyball. Mike Ackerman, good technical work over there. QCSportsInferno.com, QC Sports Inferno Facebook. I'm Corey Schrader. Kevin Welch, Mike Ackerman. So long.
Good night.
Volleyball this week.
Volleyball 7 o'clock
on Wednesday.
Tuesday,
and then we've got football. Bettendorf on Thursday, Brady Street Stadium. So
Brady Street Stadium is the place to be other than Assumption High School.
That's right. Come to Brady Street Stadium for that game. If you can't, QCSportsInferno.com, QC Sports Inferno on Facebook. Kevin Welch, Mike Ackerman, Corey Schrader. I'm out. Assumption wins 17-10.